Hey, how's it going, everyone? Victor here. And first and foremost, let me apologize for the background noise. I have everything in this very same bedroom, my brother's computer, my own computer, my couple boxes, so it's getting a little loud in here. For tonight, I'm gonna try and make a short video. I'm gonna walk you through a simple installation of UNL or Unified Networking Lab. And if you don't know what UNL is I guess you could compare it to the Cisco Viral. It's a web-based, kind of like a GNS3, web-based GNS3, and the one of the cool things that it will allow you to run a you have plenty of options here. So this is just some of the boxes that you'll be able to emulate as long as you have the images. But so doing we'll be installing in our VMware Workstation. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on new virtual machine and actually uh, open, and it's this one right here. So you can just go ahead and download it here from the main website, and this is where you will find very useful how-tos on how to upload this certain images and how to hook it up to your PuTTY or secure CRT right here. Alright, so I'm gonna name it UNL and gonna go ahead and install it right there. So I will be pausing through this video just to save some time. Alright, so that's almost done. And before we power this on, let's go under the settings and check some things here. We want to give it as much memory as we can. So I'm running 32 gigs. I'm gonna give it at least 20 gigs for now. Uh, we're gonna need some space for the box images. So expand this up to, let's say, 80 gigs for now. That shouldn't take any long. That's done. Cool. Come on. Alright. And then the other thing you want to do is give it as many processors as you can. So I'm gonna do 2 processors and or I can do even 8, or let's just give it 6 for now. And you want to make sure that you enable this little checkbox. And let's go ahead and check on this one too. Oh, and before I forget, uh, unfortunately, if you're running, if you have AMD processor, you're not gonna be able to do this. For some reason, to this point, they're only supporting Intel processors. So, and you gotta have the processor you have. It's gotta have this technology here. So it's gotta. Sorry about that. It's gotta be able to virtualize the as many instances as you need. So um, gotta keep that in mind. All right, and as far as the network, I'm gonna hook it up to my VNet 0, which is a bridge connection to one of my physical NICs connecting to VLAN 100 for me. But you can just do like a NAT or a host only. Uh, should work just fine. So we're gonna power this on and I'm gonna go ahead and pause. Alright, so after installation is done, and pretty much you don't have to press any keys or anything, it'll put you into this screen, and you're gonna log in using the default root, and default password is UNL. Okay, now asking for a new root password. Just gonna leave it the same. That's okay. Sure, there should be. Not using NTP right now. Direct connection. Alright, so that's done. Um, Go ahead and log in using our new password, and at this point you might wanna go ahead and SSH into it. So that's 0.9. Okay, so here we are. So next step you want to take is go ahead and do an apt get update just to update the database, and after that we should be able to go ahead and upgrade our um, UNL. Alright, that's done. So now I'll run an apt get upgrade and oops, it is Unetlab. Click yes, hit yes. We're gonna say default, so just hit enter. Alright, and at this point we're gonna go ahead and mark the 3. Um, to be honest, I'm not really sure why it prompts us to this screen, um, saying that Grub wasn't able to find the correct drive uh, to be installed or whatever. Just gonna hit check the 3 boxes and hit enter and say yes. Alright, so upgrade is done, and alright, so keep in mind that this is like a compressed Ubuntu machine. So if you want to look at the interfaces that we have installed, um, you can do network and interface. That's the file that holds the net configuration. So if you look at the pnet 0 and the pnet interfaces, these are the ones that will allow you to pretty much hook up your internal topology to the external world. So as you can see, the pnet 0 is bound to the Ethernet 0, which is my this right here. Let me just go ahead and show you. Remember, I bridged the UNL virtual machine. I bridged it over to my physical NIC in VNet 0. So pretty much that this let me this network card right here becomes the Ethernet 0 under here. So PNet 0, if later when we're setting up our labs, if you connect a device interface to the PNet 0, pretty much you're connecting it to the Ethernet 0. So that's how you go out to the real world. Um, okay, so there's that. So at this point, you might want to go ahead and I'm gonna use WinCP for this and connect to the box. So this already changed. This is 0.9 and login. Say yes. Password. Alright, so at this point what we want to do is that we want to update or upload the images that we're gonna go ahead and install. So just to give you an idea of what you can install on it, these are the different options that you have. So for this example, I'm gonna be using my XRv image, which is an iOS XR router, the virtual one. And so go to the root, and we're gonna throw them in. There should be a folder here. Okay, TMP, and where do I have my? Oh, okay, my other drive. ISOs. So yeah, the trickiest part is gonna be getting a hold of all these images. So I'm gonna be using this one, the 5.2.0. And if I'm not mistaken, the iOS XRv The XRVs are free for you to download in. So just gonna go ahead and drag and drop it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause. Alright, so that's done. And as you can see right here, I had to put it for whatever reason I had to the WinSCP was being stupid, and I had to put it on my Amazon storage unit or whatever and download it to the Ubuntu machine. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this in one of our Chrome tabs, and it was 9068.0.9. Alright, so accept that, and the default one's gonna be admin, and I believe it was UNL. Yes. Okay. Oh, looks different than last time. Maybe it's a newer one. So before we can do anything here, let's go ahead and install the images that we just uploaded. So let's go under Cisco XRv, and this is gonna be your cheat sheet for whenever you need to upload a new image. So I'm gonna be following these instructions right here. Oops, not that one, this one. So I'm right here, and as you can see, we have it right there. So um, first step, let's go ahead and uh, decompress this file. So it is an OVA file, so we're gonna extract whatever is in here, and okay, so we're looking for our VNDK file. This is the one that we're gonna be working with. And next step is to convert this VMDK file to a QCOW2. So for that, we're gonna use the QEMU that is already installed. So it um, comes with the UNL VM. So it was Q image, and then let's convert FVNDK. The output dash O is QCOW2, and this is the one we want. Oh, I'm sorry. And then this is the name of the output file that we want, HDA QCOW2, and um, all the images that you're gonna be installing, they're all gonna be named HDA.QCOW2. It is a naming convention for the UNL. When it's gonna differ is when you go ahead and place them in the different folders. Those are the different folders that you wanna give specific names to them, because that's how the actual UNL is gonna be able to recognize them and put it available to you. So after that's done, well, not gonna remove that for now. Unetlab wrappers, UNL underscore wrapper, fix permissions, and to be honest, I never understood what this is for. Uh, so that should be done. Now let's go under here and create a new lab. We're gonna name it test XRv version 1. The author, whatever, hit save. Open this lab. Okay, and before we do anything, let me show you something real quick. If you go under program files, you should have a folder named Unetlab. Or to be honest, I don't even remember how this got here. But anyways, you can download it from the original website under download, or is it docs, how to integrate URL telnet SSH integration Windows. Sorry. And you should be able to download some of these files, the reg files. So I'm gonna go ahead and double click excuse me, on this secure CRT, and okay, put this on the side, and I'm gonna add, oh, that's cool, I'm gonna add an object, and it's gonna be a node. Oh, you know what? Psst, my bad. Um, where is it? Okay, so go back. Forgot one little thing. Alright, so we never moved the hda.qcal to the corresponding folder. So, okay, so here it is, and we're gonna move it to qcal to Unetlab add-ons qemu, and so this is gonna be your root folder for the different boxes, and for the XRv, the naming convention dictates that it has to be XRv-K9 and then whatever version you're installing. So I'm using 5.2.0, so that's how I'm gonna name it, and I'm moving it to that directory. So to see if it took it. Of course it did, but just making sure. Oh, jeez, my bad. Um, so move XRV K9. Alright, that should fix it. Alright, so first let's just rename this thing, and okay. Now okay. Now we're just gonna move it. Thank you. Alright, so that should work now. Two, two, two. Oh my god, where is it? XRV. Okay, so there's our image, and I'm gonna add two nodes. Don't really need to worry about that. One CPU, four Ethernet. Hit save. Our two nodes. Now we wanna add a network. Sure, it's a bridge network. Remember when I told you about the PNet networks? This is where you set them up. So if you wanna create a PNet network, you just click here, edit the interfaces, and connect this interface to the net, to the PNet that we just created. That will connect it to the whatever you set it to under the VMware settings, the workstation. So let's just add a bridge network for now, called net2, and connect these interfaces. Turn them on. Just left click on it, so regular click, and it should bring you the bring up the secure CRT session. So wait for them to boot, and I'm gonna go ahead and pause. Alright, so that's pretty much how the installation would go. It does have some pretty neat features. You can right click on the link, I mean on the node, and do a capture. And I'm not sure if you need to. Yeah, you need to set this up with the same fashion way that you did for the secure CRT. So should be something under here on the Wireshark, and you gotta double click on the rec file. Make sure that it's set to the right path. Let me see. Edit. Yeah, sure. To somewhere in here. Be honest, I'm not quite sure. You can always check the how to file or how to page, and to be able to just right click on here and click capture, and it should prompt you to the Wireshark capture. So it's pretty cool. You can also do a um, start or stop all nodes at the same time. Uh, Save the started configs. Um, and that's something that I had troubles before while doing practices on GNS3. Sometimes I will go ahead and save the config. If I'm doing Cisco, save it um, to the start to config and even save the specific lab or whatever, and then after some time I'll go ahead and try work on it again. For whatever reason, it's not saving my configuration. So this is a good thing to have. It does make sure that your configurations are kept in here. So it's pretty cool. Um, Here you can see the status of your memory usage and CPU usage, and believe me, this will go up as you start turning on more and more nodes. So there you have it. Let me see if it's ready for us to configure. Okay, cool. There it is. I don't think it's gonna let us because it's still in progress and config. All right, that's fine. Um, so that's gonna be it for now. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.